20 minutes. Thank you, sir. Bye-bye. Hi, my name's Rob Goderis with RGS Home Inspection.
Hi, I'm Kyle Goderis with RGS Home Inspection. Me and Pops are both licensed Florida home inspectors.
And we're going to go on a home inspection. One of the things that sets us apart as home inspectors is that we're also licensed custom home builders. And we've been building houses in the Central Florida area for over 20 years. And today we're going to go out to Oveido and we're going to show you what it's like to do a real thorough home inspection. Okay, we've arrived at the client's house and we're going to go in here and check it out. The owner of this house lives out of state. The buyer would like a home inspection before they decide to purchase the home. Normally how I start out a home inspection is I start up the dishwasher because that has to run through an entire cycle. Okay, this is a thermal imaging camera, and it's one of the greatest tools available to home inspectors today. And what this camera does is it detects temperature differentials. So for instance, if I were to put my hand on this wall and take it back, you can actually see that handprint. Now what it's detecting is the heat from my hand. And as you notice, it'll start to dissipate. One of the great things about this camera is that these thermal imaging camera, and it'll detect moisture. Now, we can walk around this house and sometimes you'll have active leaks in a house, especially after a rainstorm. And you can find out by using this thermal imaging camera any moisture that might be present on your ceilings or walls that you can't detect with the human eye. The great thing about these cameras is that not only can we tell what circuit has a load on it, but we're also going to be able to tell if there's any hot spots in this panel that has hot spots on it. We know there's probably an issue there. We're going to recommend that the buyer contact a licensed professional electrician and have them look at the problem.
They work. Check the windows, make sure they open, operate properly. Check and make sure there's no broken glass, and then make sure that they're secured properly. On some of these larger appliances, you gotta check in there and make sure that the junction box is closed and that the gas line's open. Make sure the stove functions properly. Now I'm going to test the oven, make sure everything's firing properly. I'm going to test the microwave, just put some water in a coffee cup and throw it in there and make sure it gets hot. It works, but you'd be surprised how many times you find appliances that don't work properly. We're going to run through and check all the GFIs in the kitchen, the bathrooms, the wet areas. We're going to operate this on cool setting. We're going to go out there and check for temperature differential. Alright, we're going to check some temperatures here at the return air. We were reading about 67 degrees here at the return air. Now we're going to go up there and see what kind of temperature that this unit's going to produce. So we're looking for about 18 to 20 degrees temperature differential between the return air and the supply. We're reading 67 over there and we're reading 48 here. So we got it. I suppose you're wondering about the holes that we're putting in this. After we're done here, we're going to put a little piece of tape on that and close them holes up. Now we're going to go ahead and run through each setting on the thermostat. We're going to go to the heat setting. We're going to check the temperature differential like we did on the cool setting, on your return air and your supply, and then we're also going to check it on the emergency heat. Okay, we're going to take this panel off here. We're going to look at the air conditioning coils. A lot of times on older units there's going to be a lot of mold in those units.
inside this unit, and as you can see here, these coils are nice and clean.
I'm going to make sure that the safety reverse works on the garage door now. Good. On these garage service doors, a lot of times we'll run into issues with rot at the base of the jamb. Check out here and see if we have any. Looks like we're good. I'm going to go ahead and go up and check this attic, check the insulation, check the ductwork, see if we got any issues, check and see if we have any wood rot, the decking, and see if we got any active leaks. Didn't find anything up there, no problems, insulation looked good, didn't find any rotten wood. We have ran into issues before in attics with rotten wood. Just today I was on an early inspection. I was doing an attic and found some major wood rot near a chimney that was never been found had somebody not gone in the attic.
Okay, one of the things we like to do when we do our home inspections is to test around these windows, because windows are notorious for leaks. I'm going to test for any moisture with this moisture detector. Okay, this is a little laser thermometer that we use. It's kind of handy. We can just point it and shoot. Make sure that all the registers are supplying air to each room.
On our inspections, we usually test the showers to make sure that there's no grout issues or loose tiles. The most prevalent areas of cracks is mostly in these corners and along the floor. We're going to check the tub, make sure the hot and cold water is working properly, and we're going to make sure that the stopper's operating. All the water in the house, all the faucets, make sure that everything's running properly, make sure the stoppers are working good, and then we also check underneath to see if we have any leaks and make sure our shutoffs are operable. If the appliances are going with the house, we're going to run through them, make sure everything's working properly, that we don't have any leaks at the shutoffs, and that our drain lines work. We check the pocket doors, make sure we don't have any scratches, dents, make sure they lock properly, they operate properly. Check the front door, make sure the weather stripping's there, that it's not damaged in any way, that you have a good seal when you shut your door. A lot of times on these bedroom doors, what will happen is these strike plates will need to be adjusted because the doors won't latch properly. This one's latching good.